Hey guys, and welcome to a new news episode. So I hope all of you enjoyed GoFest. There were definitely some problems. Personally, I still thought it was worth it. I still got a good experience out of it despite the trouble here and there. In this episode, we're not going to talk about the full GoFest experience. I might make a different episode about that. We're going to go more news related through it, about some important details and maybe some things that are coming. So the most important one is trainers, due to technical issues that occurred in some of the habitat blocks during Pokemon Go Fest, we will be holding a makeup event at a later date. TBT means to be determined, so they don't know which date it's going to be yet. They're just announcing that at some time they're going to make a makeup event. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and will share more information once details have been finalized. So we don't know any more information yet, therefore I cannot give you any more information. We just know that a makeup event will be coming at some time because they felt that the technical issues were severe enough that they needed to make a makeup event. So if you are disappointed, then at least you will be getting this makeup event. No word yet on how that's going to be, whether it's going to be for everybody or only for ticket players. But we'll have to see. Now then, during the Pokemon Go Fest Team Lounge livestream, there was a title called Developer Insights. You can see it's a short 3-minute 40 video. And we are going to watch part of it quickly as he talks about what's coming from Mega Evolutions and the level cap.
Yeah, we're really excited for Mega Evolution. It's been really important to us as developers and fans of the franchise to get this one right. So it's something that we're spending some time on. But one thing I can confirm is that your existing Pokemon today will be the ones that will be Mega Evolving. So the Charizard you got at the very beginning of the game, your first Charmander, or the one that you evolved during Community Day, those are all viable candidates. They can all be Mega Evolved. We're excited to get that feature out to you in more detail soon.
Okay, so all of the Pokemon you currently have will be able to Mega Evolve once the feature comes out. It won't be that only Pokemon caught after it goes live can Mega Evolve. You can, even your starter, your very first Pokemon, can use this function. So that is very good news.
Level cap. Yeah, and this has been something that's been in discussion for a very long time. The right way to do a level cap increase has been the topic of much debate internally. For us, the most important piece that we wanted to land was we don't want the level cap to increase and then all of a sudden people just sort of get set to their new level and that's sort of the end of it. We do want the experience to feel a little bit different past level 40 than it has felt up to level 40. So fundamentally, getting level 41 and beyond is still going to require effort. That's really what levels are intended to display, is how much effort you put into the game. And so that effort economy is still very important for us, but it's not going to be as simple as just grinding XP through the ways that you might be used to. So the experience should be a little bit different, and we're excited to announce more of that later this year.
Okay, so he's saying that they were kind of struggling to find out the right way to increase the level cap. They are saying that they don't just want to increase the level cap based on XP, because then you have players with, well, maybe there are players already with like 200 million XP, and once the new level cap comes, they instantly hit the last level again. They don't want that to happen. They want that everybody has to work towards the next level cap. And then he's also sharing that it's not going to be based just on XP to get to the new levels. So in Ingress, they are already having a system that includes a combination of the XP but also medals. So it is likely that Niantic will be looking for a way to combine XP with medals, so that even the players who have enough XP already to go to the last level will still need to gather a certain gold medal so they can level up. Of course, that is speculation, of course, but it is based on how they did in Ingress. But it is a fact that they will not be going for just the XP increase, as he clearly just mentioned that. So that's interesting. So if we go to Cerebi, then Cerebi made a quick recap of what he just said. Player level cap increase will be coming soon to Pokemon Go, and confirm that you can use your currently owned Pokemon to Mega Evolve when Mega Evolution is released. Then during GoFest, Rotom was released, so ticket holders could get 5 each day for a total of 10. It's nice that it was added, but as PvPoke is saying, it's not useful in PvP, unfortunately. So a squishier Lantern, basically saying that Lantern will be better, and there's no need to use Rotom if you can use Lantern. So that's unfortunate. But you know, it is released, and you never know what kind of new moves they are going to give it in the future. So if you go to your Pokédex, you can already see the normal Rotom version as well, despite it not being released yet. And then you can see here the Wash Rotom version that we currently have if you bought the ticket. So this person only got 7 at that moment. I'm sure he caught up with more catches later. And we can see all the forms here, Rotom. So there's a Heat, there's a Wash, Frost, Fan, and Mao. So for a moment, people during GoFest were thinking that maybe different Rotom versions were going to be released for each habitat, which would make sense. That during the Fire habitat, Heat Rotom would come. But that was not the case. We were just getting them from the photobombs and only the Wash version. So then, when it comes to the Shadow Legendaries, should I purify or keep a Shadow? So when you purify Pokemon, each of the 3 stats will increase by 2. And he is saying, PvPoke never purify, even if it will be 100%. Most purified Pokemon have no advantages, and even a 0 Shadow is stronger in person versus, well, basically in raids. So if you used your Shadow Mewtwo, and it is 10-10-10, it will be much stronger to use in raids rather than having a 100% normal Mewtwo. So you can see that here in this graphic that he made. You can see this Mewtwo Shadow, which I assume is a 0 IV, has a total attack stat maxed out of 284, while this normal Mewtwo only has 248. So even despite terrible IVs, you can see it's still a significant difference of almost 40 attack. And then obviously we had the 10-10-10 IVs at least, because it came from the research. So that's the minimum IVs is 10-10-10, so it's going to be even better. So yeah, just don't purify your Shadows. The Shadow modifiers don't translate to strict upgrades. A 0% Shadow Mewtwo isn't particularly viable. However, there really isn't a scenario where the +2 IVs will make a significant difference in viability. You only get one of these, so keep them as Shadow. So if you are struggling, really struggling to get enough Stardust and enough candies, then you could make the decision to say, okay, I am okay with getting a little bit less attack, but therefore being able to have enough Stardust and enough candies to max these Pokemon out. But you have to realize that the Pokemon will be weaker, will be less useful that way. So here's a quick PvP reference for your GoFest adventure. Now obviously GoFest has ended already, but maybe some of you haven't cleaned up your storage yet, so still all of the catches that you did during GoFest are still in your storage, waiting to clean up. In that case, take a look at this picture and see which of these Pokemon are useful for PvP. So which of these Pokemon you can IV check to see if they have a good PvP IV spread. So you can see for the Fire habitat, so they are listing Charizard, but Charizard will not have Blast Burn when caught in the wild, so you would have to use an Elite Charge TM if you found a good IV wild Charizard. Did this have Blastoise first? Charizard, I mean. Then you got Heatmore. Apparently Heatmore has some play. That's interesting. A lot of Marowak is really good. And it is running Hex, I believe, which is going to get a boost in PvP as well. So definitely check out all of your Alola Marowaks. And then we got Mudkip and Lantern and Gyarados. And well, just look through it. And the Shadow Pokemon, by the way. So on day 2 we had a lot of Shadow Pokemon. So if you haven't cleaned up those either, then you can take a look at this infographic again to see which of them might be useful and try to find out if they have some good PvP IV spreads. So if you already TM'd Frustration away, that's great. If you didn't, then don't worry. I'm sure there will come another event later. We just don't know when, but at a certain point in time there will come another event where you can TM Frustration away. So If you did find a good PvP spread but didn't TM away frustration yet, don't throw it away now, just have some patience and keep it till a later event. Niantic support then. We're investigating the current issues affecting some trainers that causes lag and other problems with gameplay. So that was basically why this message came about the technical issues and makeup event. Some adjustment to the Go Battle League. Technical issues when opening the friend list. Yeah, there was a problem during GoFest. Everybody was trying to get the rare candies from the gifts, and it was crashing the friend list. And it didn't help in my case. In our second window, we unlocked the bonus with 5 minutes to spare. So obviously, everybody was going into that friend list in those last 5 minutes to try and get the rare candies. All trainers will now be able to TM away frustration for the rest of the event. So if you were a non-ticket holder, then there was a problem that was causing trainers without GoFest tickets to not be able to TM frustration away, but later during the event they were able to do that. And the trainers who did not have tickets were not able to see more Team Go Rocket balloons. A good message from the Niantic support here: your item bag must not be full, because if your item bag is full, you will not receive mysterious components. They said it for GoFest, but it is still relevant after GoFest as well. Make sure to not have a full bag. If your bag is almost full, then be very careful when using the Go Plus device to spin Pokestops, because if your bag goes full while battling, then when the battle is completed, you will not get the mysterious components. We are excited to announce that we unlocked the Dragon Week, the Enigma Week, and the Innova Week. So all of the 3 events that were announced have all been unlocked. So these are the events that bring us Shiny Dino, Shiny Staryu and Shiny Normal DX form, Shiny Roggenrola, Shiny Genesect, and a couple of new Pokemon. So that's all unlocked, no surprises there. The first event will go live on Friday, July 31st, GMT -7, 1 PM. Oh yeah, quick message to everybody. Go to your adventure sync and see if it is turned off or not. Last week or so, I saw twice that my adventure sync was suddenly turned off. So you might want to check that out. And then the promo codes. So as soon as this video goes live, you will have a few hours to still claim these promo codes before they expire. I will put them in the description. And somebody noticed that if an unknown error occurs, try lowercase letters. Okay, so that is everything that I wanted to share for the moment. So the Ultra Unlock events that we have unlocked are going to be coming soon. A bunch of interesting events for sure. I'm really looking forward for that. Also looking forward to the makeup event for GoFest, seeing what that's going to bring. Still very vague, but I'm expecting something good out of it. And yeah, I might make an episode about GoFest, about everything that has happened during the day, kind of like a storyline. And I'm also looking to make a remote raid invites guide soon. So if you haven't checked out Poké Raid yet, I've been playing it last 2 days. So basically after event hours I went to Poké Raid and I could still do a bunch of raids and therefore do a lot of Groudon raids and Kyogre and the Dialga, Palkia and the Giratinas. Really worked out great. So definitely something that I would advise for you guys to use, Poké Raid. It works very well. So yeah, I will see you in the next episode.